Hi, Financially Healthy here, and it's just a quick video to help you stay calm and remember what is important. Um, what we're going through right now is something that is very unusual and most likely will never happen in our lifetime again or your children's lifetimes, but it's happening right now. We're going through self-isolation, which means we keep to ourselves and we try to stay as healthy as we can while we're doing that. Some ways that I plan to do it and not spend any money is I'm going to start working out with videos on YouTube. I can do them in the house. I don't have to leave my home. And I can also, there are ones on YouTube. Just look up exercise videos. There's ones on walking that you do in your home. There's some Tai Chi, which is very relaxing, and I really enjoy doing those. And what you want to do is try to take your mind off the situation right now and try to remain calm and always look at the bright spot. You know, if you're healthy, that's great. And you're going to get through this. We all are. Everyone will. Okay, if you have kids at home, don't just sit them down in front of the TV, read to them. These are all things that are free to do. Read to them. They have books, I'm sure. Now, at the present, I'm located in Pennsylvania. Our libraries are closed, and so you can't get into them. But you have books at home. Read some of those books you've been meaning to read to them. Also, play games with them. I'm sure they have board games or even little games they like to play. Maybe they like to clean or something like that. And you can always make it fun. You know, put water in the tub and keep them outside the tub if they're of appropriate age, and let them splash around in the tub with their hands. And but always be present, of course. There's so many things you can do that you don't really have to spend any money. Now, since since this channel is called Financially Healthy, and I'm Marlene, I would be remiss if I did not speak about money. You have your essentials, and hopefully you have saved an emergency fund. Now is the time, if you're not getting paid or you're taking time off because you have children who are not in attending school or cannot attend daycare. Now is the time that you might want to look into your emergency fund. Your essentials are housing, food, and you're going to have to stretch and maybe look in your pantry and figure out what you can make. Look in your freezer. There's probably things you have in there that you forgot about that still are good, and you can use those. Also, the one time you will hear me say this, and probably the only time, but I do think it's a good idea, especially if you have small children or children. And now you have them at home with you. Do you really want to take them to a super center or, any kind of shopping store with all those people in it who may or may not, you know, you just don't want to, it's iffy. What you want to do is order your groceries online and load up the kids and go pick them up. They'll bring them right out to your car, and they will put them in your car, and you will have already paid for them because you ordered them online. Plus, you're not walking through the store or the super center with your children and exposing them to possibly people who are not taking as many precautions as you are, and that's never good. And you're not going to have them try to get you to buy things that would be impulse buys for them, and you are not going to be tempted to do impulse buying either, because you're never going to step foot in the store. You can put that on a credit card. That's why I always say never close your credit cards, because that's how you pay for it. And so that's one time I will tell you that this is a good time to have it brought out to your car. And you might like it. I have a family member, she has 2 small children, and she said that's the only way she shops. She's not going into a store with 2 small children, even before this, and going owl to owl, and possibly them not being behave, or or cranky or something like that. And they don't really care to shop either, the children. So that's what she does, and she really thinks it's the way to go. They bring it right out to her car. Then all she does is unload it at home and put it away. So that's a tip to stay sheltered in place. Of course, you want to do that. And your car, all they do is open up your trunk and put it in the back. So you have no contact with them. You say hello. That would be nice. And you are not going to spend your time online shopping it for things you don't need. Um, you're actually going to get some things done that you maybe had planned to do. And I hope that you get those things done. Now remember, you have essentials: housing, food, water, utilities. Those things you have to pay. Now, hopefully you have an emergency fund, and you're not like the 78% that are living paycheck to paycheck. Hopefully you have listened and you have budgeted. If worse comes to worse, I would ask a relative, because these are different times, if you can borrow some money to make sure you get things paid. And I don't know what the utilities are going to do, or I don't know your situation with your landlord. I do know that they're saying there can be no evictions and things like that, which is great. I think that's a good thing. I'm a landlord, and yes, I think that's a good thing. So remember to be conscious of your money. And if you have to, possibly borrow from a relative if you're running low. And also, I've told you to establish a relationship with a bank. You may have to take a personal loan out, which is never comfortable. If your credit cards are maxed out and things like that, that would be the last thing I'd tell you to do. But I wouldn't tell you to start. Since this is unusual times, there are times when you may have to ask for help. You might have to ask at a food bank, or possibly call your local aging service if you're older, and find out, how they can help you also. But there's always I'm in Pennsylvania, we have counties. Each county has their own kind of help center. Mine in my county is called ICAP, and you can find that out, and figure out what to do. We are headed towards most likely a recession, so when you get back to work, please replenish your emergency fund, and hopefully you have 3 to 5 months of that in your savings right now, so you don't have to worry about these little things. And if you don't, read the kids' piggy banks. I don't know what to tell you. You were to be saving an emergency fund, and like I said, you may even have to go as far as to get a personal loan. And if you have to, like I said, I'm so glad you've established a relationship with your bank, a brick and mortar bank, and that they can help. I do believe we may be going into a recession, but I have been saying this and seeing signs for the last 6 to 8 months. And I have believed that a recession is about to come. And I'm not happy about it. And I just want you to be prepared. So do as they're asking. Socially distance yourself. Isolate yourself. Um, this too shall end. We will come out of this stronger, better, happier. That's how we have to view it. And I do believe a recession is on the horizon. So work hard. And if you have to get a side gig, get a side gig and do your best. So I wish you well. It's going to work out. And I'll keep in touch. Keep looking for my videos. Please like and subscribe to my video and share if you know someone else who could use this video right now to keep it up on the bright side and understand that everything changes and this will also come to an end soon enough. Do what you're supposed to do and stay healthy. That's Financially Healthy with Marlene. Well, it's Financially Healthy. I'm Marlene. Please, and Financially Healthy is one word. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post again. And thanks for watching, and have a good one, and it'll all work out.